Okay, so we didn't get any reveals from Injustice in Evolution, but to make up for it, we finally have the Starfire trait. Let's get right into it. The first notable thing we see is her charge across the screen, much like Firestorm does. We only see the meter burn version of this thing, so I don't know if there's a way to combo from it or if it just knocks the opponent away. Even though it's kind of telegraphed, this move is pretty fast for the distance it covers. Next up we have a rising spinning laser. This doesn't combo into anything from the meter burn, so it looks like it's strictly an anti-air with a lot of range. Maybe it also hits behind her, so it could be hard to punish. She can float just like Supergirl, but she can control her movement while airborne. This is huge, just think of the ambiguous cross of potential this move has. Not to mention baiting and possibly float cancels. While hovering, she can also cancel into her air-to-air projectile, which can also be meter burn into an air-to-ground barrage. The same meter burn applies for this special as ground level, which causes it to hit low and cover a mid to long distance. Next we see Bizarro Superman. This is probably some nod to Red Hood and the Outlaws. In the New 52 debut of the team, Starfire was a founding member, while the Rebirth volume of the book stars Bizarro instead. Carrying on, Starfire has a shockwave that looks a lot like Firestorm's, except this one can be used to juggle her opponent. She also has another launcher where she fires beams from her eyes, but in the trailer they immediately cancel this into a wall bound, so we'll have to wait for more gameplay. But my point is that she seems to have both great projectile game, good air mobility and at least decent combo damage, because you can extend this combo with a meter burn too. Now I don't know if she has the universal ground bounce, because here we see her use the universal overhead and it doesn't ground bounce. So maybe the Flash's pound is the only expression she has to start a combo from an overhead. Oh, and another 2 specials that launch. Okay, this character looks really good. I really like the direction they took this in. I'm not crazy about how some of her moves look similar to Firestorm, but she has enough differences that factor is excusable. And for all of us who grew up watching Teen Titans, she's great fanservice. No, not that kind of fanservice. This kind of fanservice. We're definitely going to get a Dark Fire skin somewhere down the road. Lastly, for reading or watching recommendations for fans of Starfire, you can check out her appearance in the New 52 run of Red Hood and the Outlaws. Red Hood issues 8 to 14 focus exclusively on Starfire and her backstory. Or you can find them in a trade paperback also called Red Hood and the Outlaws Volume 2, The Starfire. Starfire will eventually quit this team and then star on her own book called simply Starfire. You can check that instead for a more laid-back kind of read. And of course, she also stars in the current version of Teen Titans Rebirth, alongside Beast Boy, Raven and Kid Flash. Be warned that the leader of this incarnation of Teen Titans is none other than Damian Wayne, so whether or not you like the book largely depends on whether or not you can tolerate Damian. Aside from Injustice 2, Kari Waldgren also voices Starfire in the newly released Teen Titans The Judas Contract, itself a sequel to Justice League vs Teen Titans. Hopefully one of those 5 options will be to your liking. I also want to make a video about the newly released footage from Justice League, and about the announcement of the Flashpoint film. So, stay tuned, thank you for watching the Square Table, I'm Yoshio KST, and I hope to see you around soon.